Hello, guys, and welcome to the DSRT W-12 League on iRacing. Today we have the Charlotte Motor Speedway, and we're gonna find out who is the fastest here. Today with me is Cracker. Hello, Cracker.
Hello, Guru. Thank you for having me today.
No problem at all, mate. So we're about to start qualifying. So who do you think maybe could win this? Some of the DSRT drivers?
Yeah, maybe they could. Will be interesting to see how this rolls out because I'm not sure. A lot of different divers, a lot of different levels, so we will have to see.
Yeah, exactly. We have some Spanish racing drivers in it, and we have Guillermo, who was the fastest in the practice. But I have to look at the timings now. I thought one of the DSRT drivers was in the top three as well.
Really?
Yeah, so let's
Well,
wait until somebody goes on track and we go live with him.
okay, so we will see who goes out first.
Yeah,
Who gets the
let's hope
maiden
somebody goes.
drive? Yeah. Well, at least the crowd is full today.
Yeah. I think it's social distancing when I look at the qualifying crowd here.
Yeah, I hope they stay out of the way a little bit.
Um, I think we have a problem because it's a lone qualifier, and I cannot see the names blink up because iRacing decided to put me on track as well.
Ah, so you're racing as well today. We
No,
will have
yeah,
great
I'm
interviews.
broadcasting and racing and everything. And that's
Yeah,
the
well, super. We will have great interviews from live from track.
yeah. You can start the interview now because yeah, this is not the way I wanted it to go, to be honest.
Okay, so we will see if the technical difficulties will sort themselves out. Um, I
Yeah,
know
yeah.
no shit about this track. I don't know anything about the driver. So,
It's
yeah,
all
we
blanked
will.
out because people are doing lap times now, and afterwards they will set times. But because iRacing does like lone qualifiers in a watch mode, it decided to put the admins in there as well. So I think the server was set up incorrect, to be honest. But I can, yeah, and let you maybe if it picks the timings. Let me see.
Yeah, I can see on the poll
Okay, I
here.
can put up the
Ah,
timings here so you can enjoy the standing stable and a few of the scenic tracks here. Scenic, sorry, not scenic, scenic track views.
scenic track,
Yeah,
scenic views. Yeah.
you know, if we are waiting for qualifying and seeing the times now, I have digged up some information about the DW-12 leagues and everything. Do you know what DW stands for?
Dalara something.
No. It's called after Dan Weldon, and Dan Weldon was a racer from. He was born in 1978. He was Rookie of the Year in 2003, and in 2011 he was driving for Brian Herta Autosports. He
Aha.
won in 2005. He won the Indy with Andretti Green Racing, but he died in 2011 with that other team on the Las Vegas Motor Speedway. It was a horrible crash, and he was like chasing a guy, flew over his back into the wall, and it was like one fireball. He hit his head into the barrier, and yeah, that was the end of Dan Weldon. And 2 days later, Delara decided to make a new car and name it after Dan Weldon. So that's why it's called the DW-12.
Aha. Well, that's a very sad story, of course, but great to keep the tradition alive. And yeah, I think more people should know about the story because I didn't know. So thank you for telling.
Yeah, it's no problem. You can find images on it on YouTube. It's yeah horrific to see what happened there, because
Well,
Weldon was a very good driver. He even won the 24 Hours of Daytona in 2006 with Scott Dixon and Casey Mears.
not the least of names.
No, indeed. And yeah, as we can see, because it's a lone qualifier, I'm sorry for that. We cannot see the cars. I hope the race is not lone.
Well, then it will be a very interesting evening.
Yeah, absolutely. And let's have a look at the chat. We see Clown Chaos Ruben. Yeah, he supports Rene Borsche, and Rene Borsche is now in sixth place. I can see.
Yes, welcome, Ruben.
Dutchstick, I joined as a watcher, not as a driver, mate. And still, yeah, I think there's something wrong with the setup of the server because I don't know. Did you join as a driver, Dutchstick? Let's see the chat. Brutus, good evening. Ruben, good
Hey,
evening.
Brutus.
And thanks for the follows by Guillermo. He's driving at this time. Koen, he's driving as well. And Ruben, thank you for the follow as well.
Thank you and welcome to DSRT official.
Koen now is now in first position.
Yes,
The
but you
follower.
can see really marginal. So close. Look at these timings. 1 to 8 within a tenth of a second.
It's not a racing. Thank you for the follow. How are you? Yeah, so we have 4 minutes left of qualifying, and yeah, I'm sorry for the circumstances that it's a lone qualifier, and I don't know what is wrong because I joined as a viewer, not as a driver.
Maybe you should dance a little bit for our audience.
Yeah, you can see me on the stands behind there. I'm dancing, guys. See me?
On the left, yeah, on the left side of the finish flag. Yeah, I can see you.
You see that Guillermo Barbera, the other follower I was talking about, is now in pole position with Koen Mulder on. Yeah, it's so close. Look at those times.
It's very close. So
let's see if we can get the fast lap times. It's that's fairly close.
Yeah, 23s, 24s.
The man. Want to spot me for next race? Yeah, if I can see something, I will do that. But no,
we want to spot a lot of drivers, but we're not able
I'm not
to.
even spotting any driver. I just can see. We can do a game like how many people are in the stands.
Yeah, or can you guess the color I'm thinking of? I spy my little eye.
You see, after place 15, it's my name, and Gabriel Nipte. He's also an admin. So Morata and Rodriguez needs to put in times. But it's still Guillermo Barrera. It's difficult to speak Spanish names, you know?
Yeah, we need to learn our Spanish. It's good. It's summertime, so we probably should work a little bit on our Spanish. I think we have a few Spanish drivers in DSRT as well, so maybe we should ask them to give them a little course.
Yeah, would be not so bad. With I think we have like 8 Spanish-talking drivers. One is from Chile, some from Spain. But yeah, we have a Spanish-talking driver from Amsterdam.
Yeah, could be great.
So how is the chat doing? How are you guys? Talk to me in the chat. And we will wait for like a small 2 minutes, then we can start the race. I hope so.
Yeah. Probably some really close racing in qualifying going on right now. But we have to do the views from Charlotte Speedway with the Coca-Cola sign. Other brands are available.
Yep.
And
well, we know where we are. You know, I have another fact for you. You know, Charlotte Motor Speedway is in North Carolina, and it was built in 1959, and a year later it was used for the first time. But in 1999, during the 61 lap, there was a catastrophic event because a wheel from a car was catapulted into the audience, killing 3 spectators. After that, they drove to lap 79, and then it was decided to cancel the race. And you know that no IndyCar races were held after that?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well,
So,
that's impacting.
yeah, absolutely. Good luck to you too, Guillermo. I see you're in pole position with less than 25 seconds to go. I think you're maybe covered for that, so congratulations. Yeah, another. Welcome to the chat, mate. I did my research as well. Yeah.
At least Guru did.
Yeah, I did some research for events like this. You know, if you cannot watch the cars, you have to listen to me. And yeah, then I like to be a little bit interesting. A little bit.
99% serious, 1% fun.
I'm more like 99 fun and 1% serious, mate. Yeah,
Thanks
and
for
there we
watching.
go. Now we can see some
Yeah,
cars.
lining up. Well, we have a pace car now.
So let's look at the qualification then. It's Guillermo Barbera in first position, Koen Mulder in second, and Jeremy Pronk in third. He's the DSRT driver. Hey, we have one in the top 3. Morata
Yay.
in P4, Fernandez in P5, Alpañez, I think you pronounce it like that, in P6, Lopez in P7, Santana in P8, G. Mendes in P9, and René Bosche from CXR. Ruben is rooting for you in P10. And after that, we have Udo Schippers, Rodriguez in 12. Matt Grant, the other Dutch sim racing team driver, is in 13th. Morata is in P14. P15 for Viguera. I hope I pronounced the names correctly. Sebastian Kamsteeg in P16. Brinksman in P17. Gabriel Nipte and myself. That's the admins. So
Yeah,
we
it's
don't
really
race.
sad to see you in the back there, Guru.
Yeah.
But a lot of nice timing going
Always
on there.
last.
Yeah, and I must say your Spanish is getting better and better.
Yeah, let's hope so.
Yeah. Also, the pronunciation of the Dutch names was marvelous.
Look at that. I'm really good at Dutch. No, I'm
Yeah.
not, but
Well, now we have to wait.
yep, race start.
Race
See it
start.
from above.
Really glad to get this league going now, huh?
Yeah, that's the first league we organize, and I'm fairly proud of that. But you know, if you do one league, it's difficult for your first, but you have to learn with it.
Yeah, that's how it goes. So we have to see how things progress, how things roll out. We will have some small difficulties, but we will get through, and every race will get better. I hope it's the same for the drivers.
I hope so as well.
So here we go.
Yeah, 1 lap after the safety car until it's green. So drivers need to follow now. And when the safety car goes in, the leader should take the pace. And when he goes, it's green, green, green.
Yeah, it must be really hard to sit there and now wait. Maybe the start of a league is always different than the end of a league because points are up for grabs.
Absolutely. Oh, you see in a warm-up lap here that it's even going worse.
We got a little bit of Grosjean action going on here. I hope this will become a term in the future.
Yeah, it must be.
Rutte says, good luck, have fun.
Yeah, let's hope they do.
Drivers, have fun.
I noticed that some drivers were fairly excited to do this race. You see the nice liveries, the custom liveries on there.
Yeah, a lot of bright colors going on. And
For me,
I think we're green here.
Yep, we are starting the race. We'll put it on position. Let's go to the first position here.
Well, we can see René Bosche going on the inside for position already. Who's the first?
It's Guillermo Barrera,
Ah,
who's in
sorry.
first
Yeah,
with Jeremy Pronk behind him and
right
on his
behind me.
tail. So that's the action we have now. I'm gonna miss maybe a few things because there are a few drivers in here, and to be honest, it's the first race I'm broadcasting live with so many drivers. I have to do the TV controls and everything, so and you're
Oh,
watching from my stream on Discord, so
oh, I think we have a.
it's a caution.
It's
Something
a
happened.
caution. Yeah, something happened. We missed it. This
Yeah,
is like Laurel and Hardy in the commentary box here, people. So
yeah,
please be
absolutely.
kind to us.
Let's see, it's a replay here. When I'm correct, it should be an incident. Yeah,
Ooh,
in the background there it was.
I think there were two DSRT drivers, right?
I don't think. Let's see. Oh, there's
Oh,
the accident happening back there. Um, need to pull the standings here. Just a sec. That's a bit excellent. Yeah, it was from the start here. You can pull it back. Meanwhile, the full course yellow is going on, and that
let's see
was.
what happened here. Well, of course, you started on cold water, so you really started out in the first few laps.
Yeah, absolutely, and you have to be careful. Best thing I ever do is just follow, and because a race is like 2
Right,
hours
you
long.
see?
Yep.
Ooh,
Oh, two
oh,
DSRT drivers involved in that.
ouch. This is Matt. He will be probably be a little bit shaken from that.
Yeah, I think so as well, and maybe a little bit disappointed as well.
Yeah, he didn't have the best qualifying position as well, so I'm surprised. Maybe he's a little bit sore from the 24 hours still.
Yeah, I think so. Absolutely.
So tell me, the full course yellow is for 2 laps, right?
Normally it's 2 laps, and after that the pace car will go in, and it's again the number one will set the pace, and yeah. If he goes on the throttle, it means that it's green, so he
Yeah,
will.
but the pace car needs to be in, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Normally the lights go out and then the pace car goes in, and after that it's the number one who decided the pace, and yeah, most of the times coming out of the corner they will go.
Yeah, you will need to take on some speed for the straights, because otherwise
Yeah,
you will
it's a
get.
game.
Yeah, it's a game, and the draft also comes into play, of course.
Absolutely.
So what about fast repairs?
From what I know, they have 2 fast repairs, so that means that yeah, both drivers or the 3 drivers involved would get to the pit, then get a repair and everything. But before they do, you see
You
now,
can see, yeah,
yeah, they can
they are
overtake
about to
because
pit.
they are. Let me see. At this time, Mario Rodriguez was involved. Matt Grant was involved. No. Why is Mario Rodriguez not in the pits? Oh, he's in the pit lane, but he's a long time in the pit. He forgot to put out his fast repair.
Ouch.
Yeah, so we have 4 drivers who are involved in crashes. Jose Miguel Felipe Figueira, Sebastian Kamstig, Matt Grant, and Mario Rodriguez. And they are all pitted and laps down. But now they try to overtake them with the pace car, and if that's correct, then yeah, they will
They
come
will
in the
be on
back.
the lead lap. Yeah, they
Yeah,
will be on the lead lap again, which
exactly.
is really important in 2-hour races to stay on the lead lap. You
Yeah,
need
that's
to
why
get
I always
in.
say it's better to follow. We had like the Michigan 200, and I fall back to the back of the grid, and I just slowly did my laps, stay in the lead lap as most as possible. and you see things happening, and then after that, yeah,
You will gain positions.
yeah,
I
I
think
gained
you ended
positions.
quite. Yeah, you ended quite strong, didn't you?
Yeah, I was third overall, but we finished behind the pace car. I
Ah,
think
yes, I
even had a
remember.
chance to be second, maybe.
Yeah, I remember. I remember. Yeah.
But also, we have some great drivers in our chat as well. Ruben, who's rooting for Rene Bosch, is one of the greater drivers of CXR. He did also the 24 hours of Spa like we did, just a little bit on a higher level with better lap times.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. I've seen Rene Borsche on track a few times now in different leagues, and he is always steady. He's always calm. Correct me if I'm wrong, but he always, well, he knows what racing is. He knows when to get on the pace. He knows when to slow down. So I'm really, really excited for him to see what he's up to, and if he can score some good points here.
Yeah, Rene Bosch is really in the academy of CXR, so he has a good mentor indeed. Let's see how he does. But the lights are out, and we are about to go again. Here you see
He's really
Guillermo,
late here.
yeah,
Yeah,
going, and he pulls a gap immediately.
yeah. Was a little bit late, but it was. I think he tricked Pronk there a little bit.
Yeah, if you slow a little bit down, and the other one goes off the throttle, and then yeah, it's perfect timing to go again.
But as you can see, Pronk is getting back on it, and they now have a little bit of a gap. The top three here.
Yep, and it's all about the slipstream and helping each other to get away from that pack. You see Murata is now in second, I think. He's not. He's trying to get that
Yeah,
slipstream,
he's trying to get the slipstream.
but they are close together and going double wide into the corners every time.
I'm surprised they are this aggressive in the first part of the race, because I would shit my pants if I. Oh,
Yep, and I
what's
saw
going on here?
Derek Brinkman falling back, and he's back into the pits now. Did it cost? Because I cannot see the. Yeah, it's yellow again.
Full course yellow?
Yeah, it's a yellow.
Caution, yeah.
Yep.
So again, 2 laps.
I need to put in a yellow flag here, so when it's yellow, that it turns up.
Yeah, so something to work on here, but it's nice to have a little bit of exciting moments for the commentary box. Do we have a yellow?
Yeah, I can see it, but it's on the other timing screen, and I have, to be honest, I have 4 screens open with all information about Discord, the stream, chat for every single platform I stream to. Yeah, all my fascinating facts. Yeah, the game itself, and I have my own build like overlays that I need to control. So, yeah,
It sounds like
Ruben.
you're. Ooh, I thought he was going for the pits there for a moment. How many laps can a driver do with a full tank here?
That's a fairly good question. To be honest, I don't have the answer for that. I have all the facts, but that's not a fact I have. I know they started with 60 liters of fuel, and what I heard was like 30. Yeah, in the 30 laps, the tires are gone. So I think it's about 30, between 30 and 40 laps.
Okay, so I'm very professional. I'm writing things down right now.
Yeah, I hope so, but we have to keep an eye on that.
Yeah,
strategy will be a key here.
Yeah, like every endurance race, or I think events longer than 45 minutes, strategy needs to be very strong.
Absolutely, and it looks like Ruben said, is a very hard job, isn't it? Yeah, it is a hard job, mate, and not my favorite one to be a commentator on racing. But hey, if you want to stream something, you have to be here, right? Luckily, I have my dear pal Cracker here, who
I'm not so professional myself, so this is the first time for me doing this kind of commentary, especially in iRacing. So I'm not really familiar with iRacing tactics or iRacing in general. So I'm gonna ask a lot of stupid questions, but maybe some viewers will find it interesting.
yeah, I think so. It's a learning process for me as well. You know that I have iRacing for over a year. I have some cars, some tracks. I bought it, and I'm still a rookie because I
Well,
never drive it in official races and everything to pull up my rank.
you stay in the pits, as I can see. You're in 18th position now. So
Yeah, I'm 8 laps down at this
yeah,
point, as you can see. So
maybe when it's full course yellow, you can get out on track and do an interview inside the car.
yeah, maybe, yeah, I can see. Yeah, let me see. No, you cannot see me.
Ah, still dancing in the stands.
Yeah, adjusted some of the cameras. It's nice to see a wheel turning, right?
Yeah, maybe. I hope. Are we up to speed again? No, not yet.
No, not yet. No, we're still in a full course yellow at this
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
12 laps on the way. We have a maximum of. The racing timer is counting now 1 hour, but they set it to maximum race time was 1 hour, 2 hours, to be honest, and it's 150 laps. So if we reach the 150 laps, it's over. And yeah, I'm dumb enough to not put in the laps in the above racing time. I
I
just
hope
have
someone
time.
is counting. I hope someone is counting then.
Yeah, I can see the lap times. We're now on lap 13 of the 150 we need to drive.
Still a long way to go for the drivers, so
Absolutely.
I hope they get some racing done in the next 15 or 20 minutes. Get into the rhythm, find some comfy pace, and like I said before, I'm surprised they are this aggressive in the first part of the race.
Yeah, some mistakes were made, some aggressive driving as well. Yeah, I think you have to be patient enough. You know, the last 50 laps of the race. If you are in the lead lap in the last 50 laps, I think yeah, it's a fairly possibility to win as well.
Yeah, I think maybe with 30, 40 laps of tire life, the last stint will be very important. Your position in the last stint is important, and till that time, you just have to be there.
And there's also the slipstreaming and everything. You
Yeah,
can yeah, like fuel save a little bit, so it can help you in the end.
yeah. Of course, these are all tactics. But if the tires are gone, you can fuel save whatever you want. But I think tire life is a little bit more important on a course like this.
You now see that Morato's leaving a gap here, and that, I don't know if that's wise because the pace car, his light is out, are out, and in the next corner he will come in, and then it's green again.
Yeah, now they're closing up.
But 2 full course yellows in 14 laps is yeah a little bit much, I think.
Yeah, but we'll see what happens now. Let's see. Brinksma's at the back. So Grant has gained a few positions together with Kamsteeg.
Oh, you're fully correct, Ruben. You can see it in the standings correctly. Lap 50 now. Didn't even notice that. That's how professional streamer and commentator I am.
We have the information somewhere.
Yeah, you just need to find it.
You just need to find it. Yeah. And again, a clean restart.
Yeah, the top 3 is always with each other. They are
Yeah.
racing a very great race at this time.
Going through white? No. Almost 3 white. Morata really wants to get ahead now.
You see that Jeremy Prong is just like slipstreaming at this point. He has something like, okay, battle it out. I will follow.
I think that's a wise tactic.
Yeah, I think as well. Would be my tactic, to be honest. Just stay with him, let him do the race. And we have a full course yellow as well. Oh god.
Oh, we need a little bit of a
Yeah. I
of
can
a
put
fun
it
there.
to crashes, then you can see it.
Maybe we can view a little replay. What happened? I think.
Okay,
Let me
maybe
see.
I can put that a little bit further back. Okay, here we go. This was the crash for the full course yellow.
This is Santana in P2. Well, it was the driver ahead,
Okay.
which made the mistake before these guys went off. And I think, is that Matt again?
Um,
Or is it Kamsteeg?
no, Matt is still driving. I think it was Sebastian.
Very sad to see to get involved in a second crash.
Well, we have Mario Rodriguez, who just crashed again, and he's now 3 laps down. He has an interval to Derek Bringsma. Derek Bringsma.
Derek Bringsma.
And Derek Bringsma, yeah, he's 2 laps down.
Oh.
And it's Matt Grant, who is now 1 lap down. But I think with this full course yellow, he can gain the position back and come back into the lead lap now.
Yeah, he needs to stay relaxed, and it's still a long way to go. So nothing is lost when you're 1 lap down. He just needs to get the car clean, keep it clean, and hope for the best. He's pitting.
A few are deciding now to pit.
3 guys in the back, so you can see their change tactics in the back now. They go probably take some tires and fuel, hope for some clean racing, and then they can get into the lead lap without losing any time. They will have a little bit of an advantage in the next 15 or 20 minutes.
Yeah, if it's clean, because if you have a look at this race, I mean, with all due respect, it's not very clean at this time. A lot of drivers making mistakes, and I think, yeah, they should know better. The race is still a long way to go.
Yeah, but imagine starting a league and the points are up for grabs. Can you talk us through the scoring system?
Yeah, I have to be honest. I need to do that from my head because I don't have them in front of me. But what we discussed was place of the number 1 will get 16 points, the number 2 12 points, then it's 9 points for the 3rd position, and then it goes from the 4th position 7 to 0, so 7, 6, 5, 4, and then you have 10 positions who get points.
Okay, so it's a little bit. I think this is an old, maybe American system.
Yeah, to be honest, it was a system I copied because in the beginning they wanted to do like 24, 25, 24, 23, and I said, yeah, that's not in my eyes a fair position screening because somebody can be taken out. Somebody is really good at racing, scores some 25 points, and somebody gets in second, and he wins from the 9 races, he wins like 8. And then he got taken out and he becomes last and get 1 point, and the other one gets second as well. You know, it's so I had something like, okay, I knew this score system from another community, to be honest, and I found it a fairly good
it's the right balance.
Yeah, the right balance.
Yeah,
for 20 people joining. We have 17 in competition at this time. I thought we had 20, so there are 3 people who didn't join.
What
but
about
that's always.
So if you don't show up, you don't score any points. That's how life goes.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and the
But
sad
now,
part is, I rather had that people would say if they cannot join, then you are prepared for that. But sometimes people just don't show up, and I think it's not only a problem in this community because it's our first league. I've seen it in other communities as well. It's fairly hard to have like 20 people racing and not and all people joining is like unique in my opinion.
yeah,
But
I've done a
to be
few
honest,
events now.
Ruben is in chat as well. He is one of the guys from CXR, a great community as well. You can check them out as well. Ruben can put the link in the chat if he wants. I don't mind because we are open to every community. And they have like a system. You have to pay. I thought it was five euros, Ruben, if you are still there.
£5 probably.
Oh, pounds. I don't know, but they have to pay money to join the league, and then if you do that, you have people who are more committed because they put money in it, and they will get back prizes for that if you win the race of the championship and everything.
Yeah,
So
he
that's
says
a
£5
yeah,
indeed.
okay,
So
yeah, and that's a good solution, I think. But the problem from that is you need to have like a bigger community, like CXR is. If you have a community like us, we have like almost 200 now, I think, in Discord, 180, I think it was
yep,
above.
correct.
And not everybody will be active on it. So if you have like, yeah, see, we started 2 years ago with maximum 20 drivers and it was hard. Now we get full grid. So yeah, it's all about how you run the community, what you can do with it, and everything. And I think, yeah, they are doing a very great job at that.
Yeah, they are a great example, Guru, but we're on the right track, I'm sure. So
Absolutely. I'm
let's
not
see
saying
the
that we
drivers
aren't.
now. Let's see the drivers now. They are going green probably this lap.
Yeah, the lights are out.
Lights are out and away we go.
And still Guillermo Barrera, who's still in the lead.
Yeah, I think he led most of the laps now.
I hate that camera position, to be honest.
Yeah, there's a little bit of stand in the way.
He said even when people pay, they aren't always that committed, and you got to start somewhere, and that's correct.
That's
And that's a
correct.
sad part of running a community in my eyes. But yeah, we are on the right track here. I think a fairly nice grid for 1 year of a racing team and community. But here we go
Yeah.
again, and he's flat out on the throttle. He takes the gap now to.
Again, a
Why
little
is
bit
it
late,
saying
but
now? Okay, that was strange. Some things jumped in the timetable, but it's Edu Morata who's now in second place following. It
yeah,
looks like Jeremy lost a position.
yeah, I think he's
Oh,
back.
he's back in position.
Yeah, I think it needs to update. And there's again side by side. Two
Oh, something is weird again.
and just took out the GPS system and threw it into the stands.
Yeah, it's really strange because I thought there was something wrong, but yeah, here he is. He's not in P13, I guess.
He's in P4.
I think my timing table is like, we're almost 30 minutes in. Let's turn off.
Let's turn off. I think it's the car. Just blame the car.
Yeah.
Always blame the car.
We're still on green, I can see. Let's have a look.
He is falling back, so I'm surprised. Maybe something is wrong.
Yeah, the strange part is that
He's
it
going
states
into
that
the
he's
pits.
a lap down now.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's in the pits.
So I think something is wrong because he was really fast pace with the last 15, 20 laps. So maybe something is wrong with the connection.
Ooh, that was fairly close. Rene Borster here taking the inside line and tried to defend a little bit. But he's up to P5 now. So
Yeah.
I think he has his tactics done, like taking it fairly easy through the first laps. And we have a full course yellow as well. At least that is what it states. On the race pace, it doesn't.
Yeah. They're still on speed. Ooh, and big crash happened there on start finish.
Yeah, it's a full course yellow.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can pull this back. So let's see what happened.
This is Lopez.
Oh,
Going
he
very
almost
close.
lost the car
Yeah.
there.
He,
And then they
they collided.
oh, and Rene Bosch hit
Oh,
him as well. Oh, you must have
a
damage
few
from that.
people. Yeah, a few people hit.
Yeah.
Look at the car. Ouch. Well,
Well, the wheels are still turning.
yeah, I'm surprised.
Yeah,
But look, it's going. Yeah, it's it's going.
don't think he's
sideways.
getting anywhere with that.
No.
And
So
the better
you can,
way was to tow it back to the pits to
yeah,
not be like damage for others.
and I think he does this right here.
Yeah, correctly.
But he will have to spend some time in the pits there to get his car back in the original state.
Was I think no, Fernandez is behind there. You see that the car in front of him has a little bit of understeer,
Yeah,
and then he comes back on track and he didn't notice the other driver as well.
yeah, it must be really hard to see. It really depends if you play one screen, triple screen, maybe VR.
Yeah, there's a big difference in my opinion because I cannot drive with one screen only. I can only drive with, yeah, I started with one screen, did some time trial laps, and after that I went to VR, a whole new experience for me. And to be honest, I was like half a second quicker on some tracks immediately because you can see the corner better and everything.
Yeah,
But
you
after
can look into the corner.
yeah, exactly. And after that, my VR was like cutting out black screens and everything. It was getting old, so I switched to triple screens with an extra wide screen in the front. And yeah, it's even the same. It's yeah so much better than one screen.
Yeah, I cannot use any computer with one screen,
Yeah.
even for simple work or.
No, I'm used to it as well. I at least
This
need
is the
two
new
screens
normal.
now. Yeah, it's the new normal. Yeah.
Yeah. So, what are the changes in order now? We can see Barrera and Mulder behind. Then on place 3, coming up in a little bit to the front, Borsche and Schipper on 4th place. And as you can see, Kamsteeg is now in P6, which I think is really surprising considering he crashed in, I think, lap 6 or 7.
Yeah, I think so as well. He had an accident. But I think he adjusted his tactics a little bit, trying to do it easier. And if you can see, like Rene was already the most of the race in P9, P10, I think, and now he's in P3. So yeah, you can see that other makes mistakes, and if you can avoid that, yeah, you will climb the ladder automatically.
Yeah, they're moving up the grid. Any news on the Prunk situation? Does anybody know something?
Yeah, he was in the pits. He had a pit stop. And he's going back in again, so I think
Maybe he
there's
was out of
something wrong.
fuel. Yeah.
Yeah, he's now 3 laps down. It's really strange. So it's his second pit stop now. But we have, you don't you don't believe this, but it doesn't matter how many pit stops you make because Victor Santana had 5 pit stops and he's in P9.
So it's all about tactics again.
Yeah,
So
I
he
think so. Yeah.
he probably fueled up the car every time there was a yellow.
Yeah, I think what they need to do is just go in, follow, try to avoid the accidents in front of them, and you can see how many yellows there are in this time. So
Yeah.
every yellow, I think you can gain a lap again back. So you can pass the safety car and you can get a lap back. And if you do that, like Victor is now in the lead lap, he's not even falling back. We have Matthew Grant, who's still 2 laps down. So if he's smart about it, he can gain the lead lap within, I think, 30 laps.
Yeah, probably. You can see the whole grid is changing, and it's really dynamic. So people who are saying they just turn left, never seen a real race.
So now we are waiting for the pace car to go in the pits again. Guillermo Bobera, who has, I think, the most lead laps at this time. And they can also score points with the most lead laps, by the way. The qualifier the pole position gets 1 point extra, and the lead laps, the most lead laps, will score an extra point as well. So I forgot to mention that.
3 points up for grabs.
Yep.
Let's see if he does the same thing again. He now has 2 completely different drivers behind him. So this is also the interesting part of starting a new league. You don't know the drivers around you.
No, they came in last minute, and I have to thank Udo Schippers, who's driving as well, because I put out a tweet on Twitter for this league, and he retweeted that to his Spanish team. Look at my English. His Spanish team. Yes. And immediately we had 8 new people joining the league from all over. So
yeah, I saw
really
a big influx at one point, and I was really happy to see so many people entering last minute and also showing up. So this is great.
Yeah, absolutely true.
Of course, I'm a little bit colored because I want a DSRT driver to win, but
yeah, of course. As one of the owners of DSRT, I hope that one of my team fellows wins as well. But to be honest,
we have to be objective.
Yeah, but that's what I want to say. To be honest, I really admire Guillermo Barrera for doing this all the time. He's constantly in the front, defending his position. Now to Koen Mulder, who's in second. And then you have Rene Borsche, who's also active in the DSRT chat, but he is a CXR driver, and I think that's great as well. So I'm a little bit rooting for him as well.
Yeah, as you can see, now with Mulder behind him, you have to adjust your tactics again in defending, because it's a different driver. You can see he's a lot closer than Trump was.
I think he wants to stay in the slipstream as much as possible, and sometimes it's not possible because you have so much more speed in the corners. But the minute you go out of that slipstream, you lose some of the speed you have, and then it's getting really hard to pass somebody. And eventually, when he defends it correctly, then Koen will stay behind.
Yeah, so he does. What about the setups,
There are fixed setups created by Sebastian. I always have to look at the names because everybody has nicknames. But Jeremy Pronk and Sebastian make the setups. They try to do their best.
He takes the position.
Yeah, Mulder is now in front. So Jeremy and Sebastian will make the setups then and share that. They made the setup for next week already. So after this race, they will share the setup. So everybody has a slot experience with it. Can train for the week to do the next race.
That's really great because maybe it looks like they're on different setups, but now everybody knows they're on the same car.
Yeah, absolutely. They have the same setups every time, so it's purely driver skill, I think, and maybe tactics and a little bit of luck.
Yeah, but do they have any tools inside the car to adjust it?
The only thing I know they can change is like brake bias and maybe some of the I don't know if that's even possible, like a spring setting or something, damper, but I don't think so. I thought it was only the brake bias. We have a nice battle with 3 here.
And that
was...
pushed him up. ow.
That's
Oh, look
a
at
big
this.
crash, and oh my god.
What this is?
It's Rene Porsche who's involved as well. He couldn't brake in time because you have to think those cars are going so fast.
Yeah.
But it all
He has no
started
time
with
to react.
Guillermo touching the rear of Koen.
Yeah, I think he wasn't really ready to follow a car. This is why he probably was in front. He didn't have any feeling about the car in front of him. You could see he was going back and front, back and front.
You see it from the cockpit from Rene Porsche at this time. You see that Guillermo here in 91 is trying, but he pushes the car. Yeah, you see how close Rene Porsche was on that. He couldn't do anything with it. And then you get like, sick.
Yeah.
Jesus. That was a nice view.
That was a nice view. I just ate dinner, so
yeah,
a little bit messed up now.
Oh, that's too bad.
It's really sad to see. And now Schipper is in the lead.
Yeah, he's from the same team. And I don't have the team name.
We have a few pit stops going on as well.
Oh, he's just pitted in, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's like 4 or 5 people going into the pits on lap 45. So maybe the tires were getting a little bit old.
Yeah, lap 45, and some of them pitted already. So yeah, it's around 40 then. 40, 45.
45, yeah, we're on lap 45 now.
With all the full course yellows, the tires will last a little bit longer, I guess.
Yeah. Whoop.
And
coming out of the pits, just spinned. I think Iracing hit us.
Let's hope he doesn't have damage then.
Yeah, he just went onto the grass. I think he was a little bit too aggressive on the throttle.
You want to root for something? We have Sebastian from DSRT, who had a crash in the 6th or 7th lap, who's now leading.
Yeah, so you see, things can turn around. Where's Matt?
Matt,
Grant
yeah.
is still... he's not really gaining positions.
No, he already warned me. He didn't have any practice after the 24-hour race. He had so much to do, also with leading the team. So he warned me like, okay, I'm gonna do this, but don't think I'm in front of anybody. But the main part, I think, when the folks that are racing now, if they have fun, it succeeded for me. I just think they need like a little less incidents than now.
Yeah, it would be great if you have close racing without incidents, but with cars going this speed, it would be very hard to avoid it.
Absolutely.
So we have Kamsteeg, Morata, Alpañez, Santana, Menendez?
Jesus Menendez in P5.
And Schipper and Mulder right behind. So let's finish the top 10 there. Figuera, Morata now in P9, which is I think a little bit surprising because he was in P2 for a moment. Well, for a long time actually. And Fernandez in P10.
Yeah, and I'm wondering what happened to Jeremy.
Yeah.
Because he's driving here, states 13th position, my screen 14, but he's 3 laps down, and he was most of the time in the top 3.
Yeah, he was. He had a really good qualifying position as well.
And even Matt is now, he was 2 laps down, he's now 4 laps down, so something happened to him as well.
I hope the timing screen is right, Guru.
I hope so as well.
Because I'm really starting to wonder how all these people with so many yellows are so many laps down. Well, we have to remember, Matt was involved in 2 crashes as well.
Matt did now a stint of 8 laps, so he pitted before that.
Yeah.
And if my timing screen is correct, yeah, then it's Mario Rodriguez who's now in the pits, and he's 5 laps down. So I think, yeah, the timings are sometimes they are off, but it pronounces that Jeremy was falling behind,
Hmm.
and
So
Liza still
we
on.
almost, yeah, we almost done 50 laps, and we did 45 minutes of racing. So it would be interesting to see if we can still make the 150 laps.
Absolutely. Yeah, I
It will be
don't
close
think.
if it stays like this with a yellow every 20 or 30 laps.
Yeah, and
Will also
that's
be.
a little bit the problem. I would like to see those guys race their heart out, but not crash too much. Um, because
Something we
yeah,
can do.
it's even for the stream. You know, if you see only guys doing like laps behind the pace car, it's yeah, it's like playing Mario Kart or something. I think Mario Kart is exciting right now.
It's even more exciting, yeah. Well, I hope at least we are doing our best to get the viewers to stick on and have some fun with us.
Absolutely.
A little bit of cheers in the chat, maybe.
Yeah, who are you rooting for, chat? Come on.
Yeah. Well, I think they all went napping,
I think so as well.
but no problem. We are having fun, right?
Absolutely.
The only
I
thing
kind of
I'm
love this.
missing, yeah, the only thing I'm missing is a cup of coffee.
Yeah, I cannot bring that to you.
Well, you're in the car
um,
and you're
hmm.
22 laps down anyway, so
Clone Chaos Ruben was cheering for a day, but now, yeah.
I can imagine. But he still has chances. He only used one of his fast repairs, so things are still open and we're green.
We are green, and we see that Morata just passed Sebastian. I think that Sebastian is something fun. Okay, just let him go.
Yeah, just let him
I
go
will
and
stay here.
follow. Yeah, I will follow him.
Everything can happen.
Yeah, and they have a quite a big gap actually to P3 now.
Yeah, it's
1.7 seconds.
1.7 seconds, yeah.
Yeah.
In the meantime, I'm trying to see if something happens on the timing screens. We see a big battle in the midfield.
Yeah.
Ooh, there was almost who was that? It was Jose Miguel Felipe Viguera. Man,
Bless
my
you.
Spanish is good.
Yeah. Getting better by the minute.
Yeah. Hola. ¿Cómo
Hola,
está?
hola, señor, ¿cómo estás? Buenas noches.
And we see that Viguera is now in the pits with some bucking wheels.
Maybe, yeah,
He had
something.
3 pit stops, so
Yeah, something happened on the tractor. So maybe something is wrong with the tires, or
yeah, maybe no grip
he
anymore.
flat spotted. Yeah.
I actually learned that, I thought that as well, that flat spots aren't included in the game. And
Really?
we have an expert on that in the chat who's riding the most of everybody. So let's ask him. Ruben, flat spots in iRacing, do they exist or not? Is it a myth? Let's play Mythbusters.
Mythbusters. Nope. Well, that's very clear.
Yeah, and I heard that as well. So I thought they were in there as well.
Okay.
But no, they
I
are.
know. I know the tire temperatures are a thing, of course, but
Yeah, yeah. And I think the only thing is we probably the temp is going a little bit higher, what could affect your driving style at that point.
yeah. What's the weather like now in Charlotte? Gary?
It's 27 degrees air temperature, and the track temperature is at 28 degrees, but a fairly high wind, like 16 kilometers per hour.
Yeah. First, I'm not sure which corner.
To be honest, I don't know as well.
But
Just
they probably have one corner where they can feel the wind a little. Ooh, ooh, ooh. And we can
somebody
see Menendez.
going a little bit wide there.
Yeah, but he recovered.
And there we have the new. Was that Renee?
I hope it was not. But it looked like Renee.
Renee, your manager is watching.
And you can see the car sliding down.
It's a full course yellow again. Let's see the replay here.
Yeah.
It's following that. Then somebody slides out, almost hit the wall.
Yeah, and then somebody's going really slow there.
Ah, okay. It wasn't Renee's fault.
You know,
You see the middle car needs to avoid the other one and doesn't see Renee there. Luckily, Renee is still alive.
he's still driving. In P9, P10. But why was he? Rodriguez really missed the corner there and was going slow, and they had to avoid him.
You see him going to the outside, then the inside, and then that other
Yeah.
car. Yeah, I don't know who it
There's
is.
a bit of fun.
Yep. So luckily, most people avoided this.
Yeah, of course, when you see a yellow flag with this speed, you immediately let go of the gas pedal. And
Yeah, but the problem is the braking in this car is so strong. If you want to brake in an accident like is happening in front of you, yeah, then you go. It's
yeah,
over.
you just need to let go of the
the throttle.
The throttle, and hope for the best. Braking isn't an option because the brakes are that cold. Also, the banking comes a little bit into play, of course, because if you brake, I think the back breaks out immediately.
Yeah, absolutely. And I just seen that in my standings, Dirk Brinksma has left the race, so he's yeah.
Very good to see.
I mean, I'm 58 laps down, but he's 36 laps down, so it was a while ago.
Yeah, I think the car probably was unrepairable there.
Yep, I think so as well. Yeah, you have two fast repairs, so if they are gone with those crashes, yeah, it's so so much time. Yeah, it doesn't even make sense to stay in then.
And the fast repairs fully repair the car, right?
Yeah, yeah, it's maybe it could influence a little bit of speed, but most of the time it's built up again.
That's great if you have two, but after two, there's no three.
I don't know if because fast repairs, I don't know if they restore everything 100%. To be honest, like I said, I'm an Iracing rookie myself.
Well, we are both, so we're really well prepared here.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
But a lot of these questions can be answered next week.
Next week or in chat.
We aim for next week.
Yeah, but look at the chat. We have the expert here, so.
Yeah, of course, of course.
He said nope. It won't repair everything then to normal. I think you lost a little bit of speed. Not an expert. Well, you know a lot more than than me, mate.
Yeah. You're an expert quick here. Minor damage, maybe. So a little bit of helicopter tape on the carbon fiber, and maybe a new front wing, some wheels. But I think the suspension and the general car won't fully repair right. Yeah, it doesn't repair everything, so.
Yeah,
So
and
we,
I think you can imagine if you have an accident like that,
yeah.
and your speed is not 100% than it used to be, it will be hard to keep up with the guys who doesn't have accidents. And it's now Matthew Grant, who's here driving in the second place, but he actually is in P15.
Yeah, so maybe he can pass
Normally, they say he can pass before
the
the
pace
lap
car.
that
Yeah.
the pace car gets in. I thought that was the rule, but
Hmm. He's in, yeah, maybe in this lap now.
and Mario Rodriguez just pulled out of the race as well.
That's really sad to hear, Guru. So
So
we've
we
got,
still have 15 cars left.
yeah, 15 cars left. At least 1 hour and 8 minutes of racing. 62 laps done.
Yeah, the strange part is in my timing screen it's just 36 minutes, but I don't know if they have to complete that. They told me when they put up the race it was a maximum of 2 hours if they cannot complete the laps. So
Maybe it was including the qualifying.
well, we will see.
We will see. We are learning.
Learning every day.
If you stop learning, you're dead probably.
I think so. And,
Yeah.
but
And
here we
here we
go
go.
again.
I'm surprised.
Didn't let Matt pass.
Yeah. He's in a good position to get at least one lap back now.
He's Morata in front did a fairly big stint. He's now on 31 laps with the same tires. And Matthew Grant is now on 18 laps with the same tires, the same as position
Yeah, but
P3 and P4.
they had a lot of laps behind the safety car, so I think the tires probably will still be okay.
Yeah, I think he can drive like 10 laps with him around.
Yeah, there's another car going off, the orange car.
Okay. We have Fernando here. I don't see anybody.
I think it was Santana.
He still drives in P6.
Hmm.
Oh no, look at that.
Ah.
But it didn't give full cross yellow. I think because
I
he's
think
still driving.
he went on off on his own. So I saw it happening in the back. I think he took the corner a little bit too tight, hit the grass, and then it's gone. And if nobody's around and you're still driving, you won't get any yellow.
It's amazing to see Matt Grant still fighting for that position and following him fairly close.
Yeah.
Now I think he takes a position. He's unlapping himself. Back to 3 laps.
Yes, it updates. Now he needs to get away, and
yeah, but
do it
getting
again.
away with this slipstreams and everything
Yeah,
will be a hard battle.
Yeah.
I think he needs to hope that something happens now.
Well, if I was Matt, I would keep following, because you will save tires, you will save fuel, and if something happens, you will have a big chance to get back into the lead lane.
Absolutely.
And now he's driving in front and burning his tires, burning his fuel.
Ooh. That was close. And thank you for the follow, Han Norm.
Welcome.
Welcome to the stream. How do you ask in Spanish how many people are viewing our Spanish?
No hablo español, señor. We'll have to ask Google. Let's see if we can get my lovely girlfriend to talk to us.
Porsche NP40 now. Seems that they are missing the slipstream. I think something happened there.
The grid is really, really dynamic. Anybody could win this.
I think somebody is going for the pits there. It's again Jeremy.
Something must be wrong.
I think so, because I think Jeremy is one of the fastest of the DSRT drive.
He was so strong. He was really strong.
So we still have Edu Morata in the leading position at this time. Don't know what happened to Matt, to be honest, because he's nowhere to be found now.
So,
no, he's in front. Oh, and there's a big off again.
Oh no, not again.
It's Kuno, but I don't see any full course yellow yet, so it must be all good.
I think the yellows are out, man.
Yeah, they used all the yellows, I think.
Now it's do or die. Only 6 people are on the lead lap.
Let me see, yeah, because the timings of Morata are a little bit off as well, but I think he's still in the lead lap. So P1 and to P6 are in the lead lap, and all the rest are a lap down. Jeremy is still in the pit, so I think he has a lot of damage. He's now driving out.
Yeah, he's 6
so
laps
he
down,
just left
so
the pit, but he's like, yeah, 6 laps down. But
it's a good tongue twister.
yeah, I thought it was there. It's for my Spanish lesson.
So I got Google here.
Oh yeah, your girlfriend who knows everything?
Yeah, my girlfriend, yeah.
Or your wife? I don't know.
She's not Spanish, luckily. Or yeah, I'm not sure.
So, how do we ask?
¿Cuántos españoles están viendo la transmisión?
Okay, if your wife sounds like that.
She's probably drunk. What's the drink called with the alcohol and the fruit? You know what I mean, right?
Yeah. Oh.
We really need to learn some culture.
Now the problem is, normally if you ask me out of the blue, I say, okay, this is this and this. But now I'm busy with so many things, and I have to think, and I was like, what the hell? I knew that name. It's on the tip of my tongue. I don't know.
Yeah, it's on the tip of my tongue as well. I can almost taste it.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna imagine I'm lying on the beach in Spain with good water, and somebody comes there. And pours me a glass off.
Pour me a glass of paella. No. I don't want a glass of paella.
Paella.
Drink with fruit. Spanish.
So you see how fast we are going from commentating on a race to drinks in Spain.
Yeah.
Oh! And that was, I think, Matthew Grant who went off there.
Sangria.
Yep, it's Matthew Grant. Sangria, indeed it is. Yes, thank you. Well, Matt had a little bit too much of sangria, I think.
Yeah. Well, the car certainly has. Oh my God, look at that. He's limping into the pits.
Yeah, we have
but
a full
he can make it. Yeah, he can make it.
Should we have a look if we can find what happened there?
Yeah.
Okay, first we have an off track here from Jeremy, and that maybe explains why he went in the pits again. You see him wobbling a little bit.
Yeah. Maybe something is wrong with the hardware.
Yeah, that could be.
Yeah, he's really close to the grass there. Yeah,
Oh, that if
And
that
again-
was the off track, okay.
it's small.
But he had an incident in this lap. It states incident in lap 64. But I cannot see any incident coming. So that's great.
You just want to show off the win.
Yeah, of course. Well, let's switch over to the next one then. We have a little bit of full Corsiado going on, so it's no problem.
I need a glass of sangria after this.
Well, it's fairly to say the incident. I don't know why it's saying incident. Let's have a look at this one.
Yeah, what happened to me? He went white.
Nothing much going on.
Ah,
Who's that? That's Jeremy driving slow, so something should have happened between
Yeah.
those laps, I think. And this is Matt. And let me see.
Looks fine, looks fine. Looks fine. There's a little bit wide on the exit.
And there he
And
goes.
good
Yep.
fit.
He
Good
loses the
left
car.
Yeah. A little bit. Yeah, I think maybe the tires were a little bit slippery because he kept the speed going. So now we have 4 drivers on the lead lap.
Yeah, it's going hard this way.
Yeah, if these 4 make a mistake, then we have a few more drivers on the lead lap. So I think Kamsteeg is doing a really good job getting back up there and staying on the lead lap. He did the right thing after the first incident.
Yeah, absolutely. He is now in P2. So yeah, it's a really surprise. Not a surprise because he's a better oval racing than he is on circuit. I know that for a fact. But still, we have a fairly amount of good drivers in here. And to be P2, it's a really good job.
Yeah. And Alpañez is first place. And which community does Alpañez come from?
I have to search that for you.
Or is he a private
Alpañez.
Cars, Santana and Alpañez.
Alpañez or Alpañez? I don't know.
Yeah, Alpañez. Yes, I know
Alpañez. He's from
Alpañez.
Comeda team.
Comeda
And
team.
he's teammates with Daniel Diaz Cuadrado. Jesus Christ, man. And Victor Santana.
Yeah,
So they are all driving for the same team. Yeah, we can go a little bit through the teams if we have some time left. But I don't see if the pace car has its lights out.
I don't see it either. But I see a pit stop, so probably it will be another lap.
It's Sergio Morata, and he's driving for Los Milenos Sim Racing team. We have 5 of them even in this championship.
So again, I go to translate. What Los Milenos?
Milinos.
Mi-
Molinos, sorry. Molinos. Los Molinos.
Molinos.
Jesus.
Molinos.
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 Los Milenos Sim Racing team.
It is mil.
They have
mil.
like the F. Let's go back to the front here. The lights are out at this time, so
I'm
but
surprised to do a pit stop this late. You can feel some cars are catching up.
I think Matt will be out of the race as well. He's still in P15 because Koen Mulder quit as well. He's 8 laps down. So if Matt doesn't make it on track, we have 13 cars left.
Well, they fall like apples from the tree.
Yep.
But this
And
is
like
racing.
translated the Dutch sentence, Sebastian is the hope in dark days
The hope in dark days, yeah.
for the DSRT team at this point.
So, Alpagnes taking a 0.7 second gap, but Comstage is catching up quickly.
Whoa.
Oh,
Look at Rene go. It's like meep meep. Rene is at this point. Oh, what happened there? It's a yellow again.
Yeah, this was the hope in dark days. I think Kamsteeg was.
Let me see. There's a lot going on here.
KO they are lucky it doesn't go steel pipes. Very good, very good. I'm proud.
You gotta love it. Okay, he's right. Oh,
he's right on his back.
yeah. Ooh. And there he goes.
Wow.
Into the stands. We have some casualties, I think.
I hope everybody is okay. But there's a lot of space on there.
Inspector Santana, I need to see who was it. Nope. I don't even see. Oh, it was Udo. Let's see.
Okay, some information on Koen Miller. He went to the pit after he crashed and he took a sip of his beer and he hit the reset button on his PC.
Oh.
But I think he can still rejoin.
If he can rejoin, there is so much going on and people that are leaving or
He will try
I have to see a slow motion what happened there. If I don't know if Udo moved or Sebastian moved here. It's fairly too fast to see at this time.
So that was a little bit of information on what happened to Koen.
Well, I hope he can rejoin because, if it goes like this, points are up for grabs, mate.
Yeah, first 10 positions are up for the points, so...
I think Matt has the same idea, that he has something, if I can get out and do a few laps, maybe I can do something back.
No, he just...
I think he needs a hammer to dent out all of this.
He just wrote in chat, I'm out.
Matt?
Yep.
Okay, Matt is out.
Sorry to hear.
Yep.
Really have my hopes for Matt doing good, because I really want him to do good.
I never have my hopes up for Matt, but that's a battle between us.
That's a battle between you and Matt.
No, I know.
The only thing I say is he's old and grumpy, and he's in grey, and I want him to join Reds as soon as possible.
Yeah, I think he's a red driver, but he did that just to prove that you can build up, you know.
Well, this is not building up. This is giving up. Come on, Matt. This is not the red.
That's a sentence he doesn't want to hear.
Yeah. I hope he didn't join. This is not DSRT worthy. Come on, man. If you're here, let me see. Users in chat. I see Black Cat is here as well.
Yeah, I just came back from something.
Okay.
He will
I'm
join next week.
yeah, I'm keeping your seat warm, Black Cat. So don't
You're
worry.
doing a great job, mate. I think next week you will be on here as well when you have the time. And maybe Black Cat can join as well. He's fairly interesting himself, so it will be a great stream again.
Yeah, it will be. Thank you for inviting me, first of all.
Yeah, no
And
problem.
secondly,
To
I'm
be
checking.
honest, I needed you.
Ah, yeah, I could hear a little bit of tremble in your voice when you asked me.
Yeah, I'm always nervous like hell. But you know, if you have somebody in the commentary box, you can talk about stuff. If you are looking at a screen and you have to do it on your own, yeah, you have to be built for that. It must be in your blood, I think. Else you are just talking to a screen and like, okay, this is happening, that is happening, and the silence will come because normally I'm not that of a talkative person, if I pronounce that correctly.
Yeah.
Most of the time, I'm the silent guy on the background. So
Well, good. You're here and you're doing a great job.
thank
So,
you.
in
Let's hope the chat finds us as well.
yeah, we care about chat. We do. So, if you're on YouTube watching, leave a like. If you're on Twitch, if you are really want to help DSRT, you can donate a little bit of your money.
Yeah, we built.
Normally, you buy a cup of coffee. Now you can spend it on Guru's lifestyle.
So I can drink a cup of coffee
Yeah.
because
or
since
maybe some
DSRT,
sangria.
my financial situation is like going down.
Maybe
I'm so sad. I rebuilt the complete website, and I can put it in chat as well. I rebuilt the website, and I even put a tab donate in it.
yeah, you should. The website looks awesome, mate. Really good job. If you haven't checked it out, you should.
Thank you for that. But let's concentrate on the race again because lights are out and we are about to go green.
I think we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 drivers with a Spanish last name.
Yeah, the Spanish are taking over.
Yeah, they are like mañana, but we're taking this race.
It's like Matt said, Spanish guys love to sim race and they do it all day long, so they are fairly good. He warned me about that they will dominate this league. So they have nothing else to do than sim racing. He was like joking and I told him, what's the difference with you?
There's no difference. Only Matt's back is a little bit sore.
Yeah,
so.
But he's old. I'm old.
Yeah.
You are old.
Not the youngest anymore. I'm between old and young.
Yeah, that's the best age.
Yeah. So we have the top 3 on the lead lap, man.
It's kind of insane. I mean, I thought it was closer, but to be honest, there are fairly some gaps going on now. And Sebastian, who was doing so well, had that accident, and he's still in the pits, dropping places. So I think it's maybe over.
Yeah, let me check if there are any messages in the chat. No, nothing.
Nothing yet, so maybe there's still hope in the dark days.
There's still hope in dark days.
But we have Edu Morata still leading at this time. We have Jesus Menendez in second place, followed by Tony Alpanes.
Tony?
Tony. It's Tony. It's like half Italian and Spanish together. Tony.
It sounds like the pizza Tony.
And how do you pronounce it? Alpanes?
Alpanes.
Tony Alpanes. Gee. Adrian A. Fernandez in P4. We have Barrera, who was leading most of the laps in this race. He's now in P5.
Yeah, he's
with
coming back
followed-
to the front.
Yep, and we have Victor Santana at this point in P6. The man is rooting in chat for this guy. It's Rene Bosch in P7. We have Jesus Lopez in P8. We have Sergio Morata, and every time that damn camera just flips over, Sergio Morata in P9. And we have our own DSRT driver, Jeremy Prong, who's now in P10.
He's still holding on.
And this
He's
car
still
doesn't look good. It's Sebastian in P11.
Yeah,
So let's
really
hope
sad
he's...
to see.
I don't think he's going to make it.
I think that the DSRT drivers need to step up the game for the coming races, man. I think they really need to get the best out of themselves.
Hey, you leave us alone.
Hey, and there we
Oh
have our
my
co-commentator, GV Matt. Matt, how was your race going? We did see a lot of, not racing, but how was
Action.
action on track? Absolutely.
Not fantastic. So yeah, a couple of incidents were my own fault. Not fault through accidents like caused, but stuff that I could have avoided that just didn't react in time. But I just haven't had time to practice as much as I'd like. But yeah,
you already
car-
said that in the previous before I went live on the stream, but in the last lap, what happened? Because we could see you had a little bit of understeering and then crashed with your nose into the wall.
Yeah, a little bit of trying to stretch the tires too far. So I was the tires really don't go much far past 30, and I was on 31. And I was begging for a yellow flag, and there wasn't one. And I was like, okay, I'm going to have to pit in because I'm sliding out. And then the last corner, I just dove. It just switched on me. There was nothing I could do.
Yeah,
well, not
we could see it was gone.
Yeah, it was fully gone. And then I brought it into the pits, and it was too much damage, which is the same as Sebastian. So there's 2 drivers retired. But Sebastian might still be able to score points because he's still within the top 10.
Yeah.
As you were talking, we can see Menendez going onto Morata. I'm not sure if he can make the move.
Strange. It's Alpines here battling for second position with Menendez.
Yeah, you're getting there.
Oh, I love those Spanish names, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're awesome names.
Next time we have Corizo and Santia in the commentary box. Maybe it will be easier if you sniff a little bit of the product, you know?
Yeah. I think I'm going on a holiday after this race and then come back.
Yeah, going to Spain, yeah?
Yeah.
Why not?
So unfortunately for Cone, he decided to pit in and grab a drink quickly. Unfortunately, he caught his reset button on his PC.
Yeah, we just learned about that via the chat in Discord. And we have a new follower, and I'm really looking at that name, Beduino del Sur. I hope I pronounce it. I hope I pronounce it correctly. Thank you very much for the follow, mate.
And welcome.
And who do you support?
Dias.
Buenos dias, yes.
Buenos dias.
Yeah,
I love the Spanish language.
Oh, it's Jose Miguel Felipe.
Hey, Jose.
You're out of the race as well, mate. What happened?
And a little bit of update for our last DSRT driver, who's Jeremy, aka Kiri. He has damage to his side pod on his right hand side, and his car is incredibly twitchy. So he is avoiding accidents right now, and he'll be repairing as soon as there's another yellow.
Okay, so we were wondering, because he was really strong in the first part of the race, did something happen to his car, or the hardware, or the connection, that he lost so many places?
No, he was hit. He was hit on his. He was just touched on the left hand side, and it put him. Yeah, and it put him to the wall, which caused damage on his right hand side. So yeah, it basically rendered him a bit useless under green. So when there's a yellow, he's going to try and fix and see how bad the fix time is.
He was so strong the first maybe 5-7 laps. Ooh. we can see he was almost pushed off the track here.
I don't think that's him, but yeah. There's another red and black car that looks very similar to the DSRT car, and that's the one
Yeah,
that's on screen now.
With age comes a little bit of.
It's too bad I
Sight
cannot
loss.
see the colors of the car. Because I
Yeah.
don't know what position he is in.
Who?
The red car?
Oh,
Ah,
four.
yeah, it's
It's
Fernandez. Yes,
Sorry.
correctly.
Fernandez.
I would have said his name sooner. Sorry.
Okay, no
Yeah,
problem.
Fernandez.
And I just seen the chat. Jose said it's too much netcode for me.
That's very
think-
sad
yeah.
to hear. Yeah.
I've got to be honest. The servers do seem really good. So I think it's probably individual netcode issue.
Yeah, it's a long away from our end, I think. And
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
maybe the problem then.
There
That's
was
so
one
bad.
guy from Chile, right?
Sorry?
There was one guy from Chile,
Yeah, correctly.
so he will probably have a little bit more ping or netcode going on there.
Yeah, I only saw one car flickering, which is unusual for an iRacing grid. You usually see a lot more than just one. So
We have a full course yellow as well. I'm sorry, I was looking at the chat because somebody wrote me, and then let's see if I can get back what happened.
well,
It's
I'm
so
going to
much
go and
work.
cool down because my cockpit is red hot and I can't sit in it any longer. So I'll speak to you guys later, and I hope you have a good viewing, commentating race.
Yeah, thank you for
Thank you very much.
for dropping in, Matt. And sorry to well, look back the footage, and maybe you will get to the red team someday.
Practice, practice, practice.
I should be in already after the 24.
Yeah.
I was lapping the same speed as Stig. Just I'm not promoting myself. Somebody else needs to.
Oh.
Yeah, that's a replay of what happened, why we have the full course
Oh.
yellow at this time. So
Somebody
it's
hit him?
Morata who crashed.
And I can tell you straight away that's old tires. That's exactly what happened to me.
Yeah, it's fully gone.
Oh, he should really be recovering that car.
Well, this is a dangerous position to.
Yeah, Edu's Edu needs a little bit of coaching, I think, with rejoining. Yeah,
Yep.
he has to recover that car.
Yeah, now he.
Yeah, he did, but yeah, it's fairly to say backing out of the track again is very dangerous.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
he's
have a good
got
night,
he's got some teammates in there, so hopefully they'll give him some pointers. They seem to be doing a little bit better, so yeah, fingers crossed they have a chat together and see how they can improve afterwards. I know we will anyway. Us three DSRT drivers that are in the race.
Yeah, I just
we
I
definitely
just
need to
mentioned
chat. So.
I just mentioned that to Guru. I said the DSRT team really needs to step up for the next race. They really need to get these Spanish drivers under control because they look really strong.
They are very strong, and they will be the entire season. It's a massive challenge for us, and I think that, especially for myself, I think you're going to find a lot of strength from me in the circuit races. So we'll see how they compare in the circuit races as well. But yeah, the ovals I need more practice. There's one rule that I didn't know about, where on the yellow, if you pass on the restart, you have to pass on the right. And I passed like 4 cars on the restart. I did such a good restart. But I didn't realise I couldn't pass on the left up to the line. So I got a penalty for that. That's an iRacing thing.
Okay.
That's a new update for us as well.
Yeah, so if you're following the pace car and the pace car pulls in, the leader is then the pace car, obviously. And if you pass before the white line, you have to pass to the right, which if you watch all the cars restarting, they all stick to the right-hand side for that very reason, to stop people passing on the right. But I got such a good start, I didn't want to waste it, and I just dove to the inside and took them. And then I realised that I shouldn't have done that.
Well, lesson learned for the next time then.
Exactly, and that's the thing. I've taken a lot from this race that I'm going to put into my next one, and so on. Because, yeah, I didn't know half the rule sets. So,
yeah, we can see a car coming in there.
and also don't trust the iRacing either, because I got a pit entry open, and I went into the pits, and because I was a lap down, I wasn't allowed in the pits. So until the next lap, so I got a penalty for that as well. So things like that, I'm going to learn for the next race. So yeah, definitely.
One last question before you go.
Yeah.
You were a second in line, but you were 3 laps down. Isn't there the rule that you can pass and unlap yourself with the pace car?
Only if it lets you. So you have to pay attention to what it says on the pace car. And sometimes it gives you a wave around, sometimes it doesn't. I'm not entirely sure why, but yeah, I was second in line and I could pass.
Okay.
It gives you... Hello?
Hello.
Hello, Seb.
It gives you a wave around the moment you are in front of the leader. If you are not in front of the leader, you will not get the wave around.
Oh,
So
okay.
I was 1 car shy of being, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, folks, lesson learned again. We learn
Yeah.
every time in this stream.
Yeah, we don't we are like I just said at the start, we're Laura and Hardy in the commentary box here because we don't
Oh.
know shit about this game,
Don't-
and
Don't
but
worry,
we're
it
having
felt like
fun.
that on track.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm the one that lost 2 of his fast repairs in the first 10 laps, so...
Yeah, we've seen that.
Yeah, I wasn't far behind you, Seb. Anyway,
Yeah.
I'm going to shoot. Take care,
Okay.
guys. See you later.
See you later. Bye, Matt.
See you later, and thanks for joining.
No problem. Bye-bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.
So we have the next driver in now. Sebastian, what happened? Tell us about the race.
First two times I crashed, I got collected, so I couldn't do a lot about that. And then crashes happened in front of me, and cars slid the way I went. And I literally flew out of the stands once.
Yeah, we've seen that there were a few casualties on the stands as well.
Yeah.
Really sad to see you going out like this because you had a really good pace in the opening phase of the race.
I was second when I crashed, but
Yeah.
the crash, it was the wall, the wind of the wall pushed me to the outside, but he didn't give me the room I needed, so I flipped him and then I was gone.
We can
Ooh,
see
green flag.
we're going green here again, and Alpana's getting a very good restart. Also Santana. That's Menendez in the red car, right?
Fernandez. Fernandez is
Another car going off in the back. That's the cold tires, probably.
Oh yeah, it's Morata. And it could be that this is the other yellow, but it's still not stated.
He's still driving, so.
Let's hope he
Just
gets
get
in
off the
his
track.
pits.
But this car is damaged. He's not going to the pits.
No, he needs to be on the apron or on the pits, or he's gonna be disqualified. According to the rules.
We need a rule book here, Guru.
Yeah. Did they have the rule book in Spanish?
I don't know if it got there in Spanish, I don't think so.
Yeah, he will be lapped now, and if he causes an accident, he will stay up high.
To the outside, yeah.
Oh, this is fairly dangerous driving what he's doing now.
Yeah, I think Cape will warn him. But we lost our translator when I crashed him.
Is Juan not in chat?
No, Juan is nowhere. Juan is sick there, I think.
Okay. Well, let's hope this is going to be good then. But
well, we need to have my girlfriend in the phone. She's a very good translator. She's a little bit slow speaking.
yeah, she sounds like a downy.
But better luck next week, Sebastian.
Yeah, stupid. The first two moments I got taken out was I couldn't do anything else than hit the cars.
Yeah, you're a passenger.
And the last, even the third crash hit me, but I was very lucky and I only had a 5-second repair.
Wow,
Then,
surprisingly short.
then I got to first to second, and I got to first place to restart. Then
Yeah, I remember you were in first, and
Mhm.
I think who was it? I think you had Morata, or do you remember who was behind?
To be honest, no.
Skipper.
There's so much
Ba-
going
Ba-
on and happening, and
Yeah, I think it was Barrera who was leading the race, and you overtook Barrera, and then he was behind you, and then things went wrong.
No, there was a yellow flag. Second time first time I was first. So I went in, and I got sent back into the. I speeded in the pit, so I had the end of line. So I was at 6th, and then in that second run, I got back to 2nd.
Yeah, we could see you running back into the order.
But yeah, and it's a racing. So you did a mistake, I made a mistake.
Yeah, these things happen in this type of racing, I think.
yep, Rene is in the pits at this time. I think something happened as well to him.
I'm
We
pretty
will go
sure I
back to it.
didn't see any regular pit stops today.
He spun off.
Yeah, some pit stops, but not all.
Most were done on the yellow.
And there were no people. People didn't test their tires because after 30 tires, your rear tires start falling off. You need to be
30 laps.
careful.
Yeah.
30 to 40 laps depends on the track state.
Oh,
Ooh,
and there
that's
P2
close.
goes off Menendez.
Yeah, he got hit.
I think he touched the outside of the wall there. But no yellow.
No, yellow is not wrong.
No yellow.
Because he's up to the in time.
And when we have another yellow, we will go back to the incidents in a little bit.
Okay, Rene is still in the pits.
I was just looking what happened, but yeah, Rene is repairing and Sergio Morato just came in as well. So he's looking fairly damaged as well.
I'm
so
surprised
yeah,
some of his car are still driving.
it seems like a war field out there.
Yeah. We have two cars left on the lead lap.
Yeah.
And I think we still have 8 drivers. I'm not sure. Oh, no. I think Lopez is still in the race.
Yeah, we have Sebastian who is in chat, who's stopped, but he's still in the game. Then we have Rene Borsche who's repairing now.
Yeah.
He's in 10th position, so we'll give him
Points
1
for
point.
everybody. Yeah,
Yep.
points for everybody.
If he gets it repaired and drives more than 4 laps, he even will get P9. So let's hope he gets it repaired in time, because Jesus Lopez in P9 is out of the race as well. And then we have 8 drivers left. We still have Jeremy in the race.
Yeah, I'm really happy for him.
So we have at least one DSRT driver who scores points. No offense, Sebastian.
I could have won this.
Yeah, you could have won this, because
everybody could
we
have won
were
this.
astonished that you were in 2nd place there, and yeah, we have to figure out what happened there. But yeah, the crash.
It's the same for Jeremy.
Yeah, he was doing a great job in the first 30-40 laps.
Yeah.
But this is our leader at this time.
Yeah, with 25 minutes left of
racing
racing.
team.
Yeah. 25 minutes of racing left, 135 laps on the clock, so I think we will make it to the 150 laps before time runs out.
Yeah, I think so as well. 15 laps remaining now. If they can put up with this, then and score no yellows, yeah, Tony will win.
If they keep their tires on.
He's now 21 laps on this tire, so yeah, we'll be fairly close because Matt told after 30 laps the tires will be yeah, slippery, and let's see if he can handle those slippery tires or he needs to pit again.
You can still, out of experience, you can still do it when you have throttle control. So you need to loosen up before you get into the corner.
What kind of tools do you have available inside the car, Sebastian, to keep the car running with these slippery tires?
None. It's purely your throttle and your brake input. And throttle input on an oval like this.
And we have a full course yellow as well.
Yo.
So I'm gonna see for the replays. Sorry to interrupt you guys. To see what happened, if we can find it back. It was René Borsche in lap 103, when I'm correct. Let's see if something happened.
Oh, he's driving again.
No, this is the replay because he's in the pits, and Ruben asked if he is.
He lost him himself, I think. He lost it himself. Yeah, he did it himself. I know this. This is what the tires do after 30 laps.
Yeah, there he goes. Oh, yeah.
Exactly the same as Matt.
Yeah, and that's when your tires are above 30 laps, they will go to this. So, yeah.
Yeah,
that's a shame.
The way to solve that is just to lift a little bit before you go into the corner, and then go pedal to the metal in the middle of the corner again, and then you can keep the car on track. But it gets very twitchy then.
Yeah, it gets really loose in the back probably. Yeah, but once it goes, you cannot keep it on track.
No, it's too small here to not wide enough here to save it.
That's another replay. Again, the same. You see that the car is understeering out of the corner into the straight, and yeah, you cannot hold that.
It's people not testing the tire wear.
And you see it here already happening when he got out of the corner.
Yeah, you can see it's already a little bit twitchy in the back once he gets onto the throttle.
There he goes.
Yeah. Really sad for Morata because he was running in third place at one point.
Yeah, great race until then. The last off-track incident we have is our DSRT driver.
Was it? Huh?
And he had an incident, but that's not the incident I wanted to see. No, I think that was the incident. He got the grass. And sometimes iRacing gives you false information. It was a it states an off track, and 1 second later incident. So it's an incident point, I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I didn't know DSRT made lawnmowers the same as Mercedes does.
Yeah. We have Jose in the chat that said it's a shame the netcode and others crash kill me. Yeah, a lot of accidents happened in this race, to be honest. Let's hope the other one is a little bit less incidentful.
It's a road circuit, so it should be.
Should be a little bit
Yeah,
more,
we are on Daytona road course next week, so we will be live as well. I think Cracker will join me in the chat, and maybe Black Cat as well. I hope so.
Yeah, Sebastian, what kind of preparation do you do for a race like this? How many hours will you put in?
Me as a rookie, a lot. I do a lot of hours I put in there. It's more than I have vacation at the moment, so if I do train 2 hours a day, it's good. If it's not more, I had of course we had Spa before.
Yeah.
Earlier this weekend,
Last
so
week,
I didn't,
yeah.
and so didn't have too much time to train. But I think I did a total of 400 to 500 laps before the race.
And this is where you decide the tire wear, the fuel levels, the pit stop strategy, or is this something you will do last minute?
That's where I test what the car is capable of. So there's based on those on that data, I decide what I'm gonna do with my car. I felt that the car was gonna slide around lap 30, so my strategy was to stop 30 laps after I
you sprint,
finished.
yeah.
Sorry.
So every yeah, no, it's okay. It's okay. I'm just waiting for you to fully answer and maybe explain a little bit for the viewers who are not maybe racing or
Yeah, what I try to check is how much fuel does the car use in one lap? How much fuel does the car use in? How much tire does it use? What does it with the tire? How does it
does it keep
destroy
up?
the tires?
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm not really good at road circuits, but I'm better at this at ovals. But yeah, I check, and if I know how much fuel one lap takes, I can calculate my pit stops. So before the race I wrote a list.
Yeah, but you can see there's a lot of yellows going on. Is there a moment in the race where you think, okay, maybe I should take an earlier stop or stay out?
If you're close to your window, you go in, especially when there's this much yellows. It's also because all these guys are racing with each other for the first time, so they need to get used to each other.
Sorry to interrupt you, but we're going green here.
Yeah,
we're going green here with Tony Albanese still in the lead. 8 laps to go.
8 laps to go. Two drivers on the lead lap.
Yep, and so, the only DSRT driver at this time is in P6, so he's coming back.
He's driving in a broken car, by the way.
Yep. Okay, and René Borsche is still in the pits. Maybe he can make up the one position.
No, he's still there, still repairing. So, to be honest, with that crash, I don't think he will make up another position.
That's really sad because it
was his third crash.
Yeah, maybe his fourth.
Yeah, then it was done. All the cars in the pits are done.
Yeah,
he's in now for 24 minutes, when I'm correct. So, yeah.
Yeah, he was involved in a lot of sketchy yellows there.
Even Jeremy just got P5 back, so he's fighting back now. But he's 1 lap down on Fernandez, who's in the pit as well. So if Jeremy will drive this to the end, he will get P4. And there it is.
Yeah,
he just passed him, so he's now in P4. So doing a great job. And the only thing he can hope is that somebody in front of him will crash as well.
Yeah, I'm not sure if...
no, he will not get it because the gap was like 7 laps and we just have 5 to go. So Jeremy is sure for a P4 here. That's a fairly great result with a broken car and some crashes.
Yeah, he needs to get out of the way here probably. I'm not sure if he is aware.
It's Barrera who's now following him, and he's 1 lap down on the leader. But we have 3 laps to go.
Yeah. Let's switch to P1. Yeah, thank you.
Already on it.
Such a great director team here. Albanese.
Yeah, he's a fairly lone driver at this point.
Yeah.
He's 4 seconds. So that's the corner. Only a corner to, between those two.
Yep. Menendez, I think he is okay with this now. Nobody in front, somebody in front you cannot catch anymore. Nobody in the back. Just chill out and do the remaining laps. Points in the back. Drive it home. No risks.
Yeah, just a steady drive because there's one lap to go, and I think we will get, how do you call it, the white flag
Yep.
for the last lap. Yep, white flag is on, last lap, and it's Tony Alpines that's going to win this race. It's the first DSRT DW-12 League race, round 1, and we have a winner.
We have a winner. Alpagnes.
El Pañez crosses the line then and wins the race, and it's Jesus Menendez in second place, and it's Barrera who will come in third place then, so they will get maximum points for the first race. And then we have our own Jeremy Pronk, who's coming in fourth.
Yeah.
And
Great
Edu
job from him,
Morata
Lucas.
thinks, okay, I will finish in the pits. So nice.
Yeah, if you can do it, why not? So, I will try in my best Spanish. Felicidades por la victoria.
Ooh,
Felicidades por la victoria. Alpagnes takes the win on the first race of the
absolutely.
league.
Congratulations to him. And normally I can pull up the standings, but my program here is a little bit off. today.
Everybody needs to take all this information in. You see, the stand says lap 0, so
Yeah, lap 0. So
lap 0. So
let's start the race then. Look at that, some donuts there.
Yeah, great. Well, that was a great race. So much going on. Too much for me to follow. But super aggressive. Super everything, actually.
Yeah, there was
The
a lot
turn-up-
going on in this race.
Yeah, there was so much
to be
going
honest.
on. It was really hard for us to keep up, and too bad we missed a little bit of the qualifying. But as
Yeah.
you can see, qualifying position doesn't really make up for success here.
No, exactly. And if we have the, like that, how do you call it, lone qualifier for the next time, I think I'm gonna skip that, and we're going live before the race, because it has no use to look at the screen waiting before everybody is done with the qualifying at that time.
We could do it together if you want to.
The qualifying?
Yeah, watch the stands and chat without the chat, and then we wait for the race to go live.
Yeah, that's sounds awesome. Let me have a look here at the standings, because
While you're doing that, I also want to thank all the people in the chat watching from home, from the couch, from bed, and thank you for all the cheers and all the information from the pros out there. Yeah, you were great.
absolutely.
Hope to see you all again next week, but I hope we will have the standings up soon.
Yeah, it's a lot of work.
Yeah, it's a lot of work. Yeah.
All right.
And welcome back, Sebastian.
What is happening?
I don't know if it's gonna work. But hey, if you
Really?
don't try, you never know. And it doesn't work, so I will be keeping this up next week then. Sorry for that. Yeah, that's what you get when you build your own CSV file for your overlays.
Yeah, people probably can watch it, follow it on the social medias, or
Yeah,
join
you
our
can
Discord.
go you can go to the website in about like 10 minutes. I will put up the standings there. We have a special section there for the DW-12 league. Also, if you want to follow us or go to our Discord, you're welcome to join us. And yeah, I think for now we are done. Next week we will be at Daytona Road Course. So I hope to see you guys next week, and also you, Cracker.
Yes, I hope so as well. And Guru, thank you so much for hosting and all your hard work. And hope to see everybody next week again.
Okay, that's it then. Sebastian, do you want to say something before you go?
Goodbye.
Short but powerful. Guys, I wish you the best. Good night, and until next week.
Pedal to the metal.